We will start with Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Vooch, without looking at the film, what did you see out of your group's performance tonight against the Knicks?
Well, without looking at the film, I'd say by the number of points they scored, I thought defensively we did pretty well, except for that stretch in the beginning of the third when we gave up quite a few threes. But other than that, I thought we defended pretty well. We just couldn't really make shots. We struggled offensively. I mean, their defense is really good. Obviously, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, but just felt like we had some good looks that we just didn't make. And when it's hard in this league when you can't score over 100, 105 to win. But it was the same for them. So just a hard fought game. They made a few more plays than we did, and they won the game.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Sorry, Vooch and George. How nice was it to have Aaron and Evan back? How much of a boost?
Yeah, no, it was great to have them back. Obviously, two very important players for us. They both had an impact tonight. And it was good to have them back. And unfortunately, we missed T. Ross and MC Dead. Would have been great if we had those two guys as well. It would have been much easier to play with everybody and have much more depth. But hopefully, tomorrow maybe they can play. But it was definitely good to have them back. I mean, the more guys we get back, the better it'll be for us.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Obviously, Vooch, the offense has been one of the bigger issues throughout the course of the year. Is it just a matter of making shots, or is there something more that you guys can do to add a little bit more offensive force?
I mean, I think it's a mix of things, and it depends on each game. I think tonight, we did have some looks, that we usually do make, and we just didn't convert tonight. And sometimes it's just the rhythm of the offense, how we play, and how well we execute, and how quickly we make the right play and the right read. And sometimes we tend to wait a little bit to move the ball, and defense gets set, especially against a team like New York, where they already don't give you much. And when you have opportunities, you have to take advantage of them. So there's just a mix of things. I think also with so many guys injured, it's always different lineups out there. It's always you have to play a different way. Like tonight, we only had Jason as a point guard, so that's difficult. So yeah, I mean, it's just I think it's just a mix of things. But I mean, when we are full health, I mean, we're obviously not the team with the most firepower in the NBA.
Back to Josh Robbins.
Nick, you have a lot of experience against Thibodeau coach teams, and I'm curious, how does this Knicks team resemble a Tom Thibodeau team?
Well, they're just a team that plays very hard. That's very well organized. Defensively, they're very good with their principles, with what they do, and it shows. I mean, they took a big step this year, and obviously, I think he's a big part of it. He's having them playing some very good basketball, but especially on defensive end. I mean, like I said, they don't give you much. They make it very hard on you. They stick to their coverages, and they're consistent with it. And that's something that we were really good at in the past 2 years, and lately we've been getting better. But yeah, I mean, that's when you play against Thibodeau, that's what it's going to be, and it's going to be very hard, and you're going to have to make sure you do everything right to get a chance. And all 3 games we played against them, we won in Orlando, and then here 2 games, it was close games. We just couldn't make the few plays that we needed at the end.
Philip Rossman-Reich.
Coach has pointed out to us, I'm sure he's pointed out to you, how well the defense has played since the All-Star break. How do you keep that defensive focus and keep buying into the defense when the results haven't followed?
Yeah, I mean, it's the defense is just you got to want to do it. You bring the energy, you bring the focus, you follow the game plan. You when we do the scouting, we walk through plays. You make sure you pay attention, and I mean, you put the effort. Usually, it's not like offense where you have to really make the shot and do all the plays. The defense is if it's really a lot of it is just part of wanting to do it. So we just have to understand that for us to have a chance, it has to be that way. We have to defend every night, and whenever we do, we have a chance. Now, there were games where we just didn't have enough, people to be able to, score enough points to win, which in this league you have to do. Because some teams, even though you defend very well, they're still gonna be able to score. I mean, some of these players are just that good in this level. So, hopefully now with guys coming back, we can get some wins, and that will help. But again, our schedule is not getting much easier next 2 weeks or so. So, but no, we'll see. We'll keep fighting.
Dan Savage.
Fuge, speaking of not easy, you guys have to come back home tomorrow to face a tough offensive Nets team. Just what are some of the keys for your group going into that performance?
Well, obviously, we have to defend very well. We're not going to be able to outscore them, that's for sure. So we have to defend very well for 48 minutes. They obviously we know we didn't play a great game against them last time in Brooklyn. They're a very good team. I'm not sure if Kyrie's going to play or not. I think KD's out, so they'll be Harden and Kyrie. So obviously they're two great players, but they've been playing great. I think that they won. No, I don't know how many, but they're playing great. So it's going to be a difficult game. But you never know in this league. So hopefully we can play well, get a good defensive game out there, and then hopefully our offense follows.
Thank you, Vooch.